Hi there, your teacher Samu here. Today we will be talking about daily routines, what we do on our daily basis. In order to do this, we're going to use present tense, plus I'm going to be speaking very slow so you can understand me properly. Vamos a practicar con rutinas del día a día en inglés despacito para que puedas entender todo. Te lo iré explicando sobre la marcha, así que presta mucha atención. Pay attention to me y luego te haré preguntas sobre tu rutina. For example, what do I usually do in the mornings? Well, I usually wake up at 8:15. I usually wake up at 8:15. So my alarm goes off at 8:15. That doesn't mean that I get up at 8:15. I normally get up at 8:20. Well, I like to sleep in a little bit. Me suelo despertar a las 8:15, que es cuando suena la alarma, pero me levanto a las 8:20 porque remoloneo un poquito 5 minutos en la cama. After that, I go for a walk. It takes me 10 minutes, but it helps me a lot in the morning because I tend to feel sleepy. And if I don't go for a little walk, I am going to be sleepy all day. Then I get back home and I prepare my breakfast. Normally, I prepare an omelette with 3 eggs, 4 if you will, a little bit of cheese, and I also add some ham. Luego me preparo el desayuno, normalmente una tortilla con 3 o 4 huevos, un poquito de queso y jamón. Believe me, that's delicious. After having lunch, I start working immediately. I take my laptop and I dive into a meeting. So let's say that from 10 to 12, I am in a meeting. After that, I usually invest 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours, answering my students because they have a lot of questions. I also talk to them. I try to help them out. They are getting better. Then at 1 sharp p.m., I go to the gym. I work out a little bit because not only do I want to be in shape, but I also want to be mentally fit or relieved. Because since I work quite a few hours a day, that is overwhelming. So working out really helps me. Then I get back home and I prepare lunch. I am trying to improve as a cook. So lately I have been cooking a lot of things. For example, paella. I really like paella and I am trying to improve my paella, you know. Do you like paella? Let me know down below. By the way, I am saying paella because it's a Spanish word, so I'm just gonna say paella, croquetas, jamón. I'm just kidding. Estoy bromeando. I'm just kidding. After having lunch, I brush my teeth. Well, I am wrong. After having lunch, I have a coffee. I really like coffee. I drink 3 cups of coffee a day at least. And after drinking my coffee, then I brush my teeth. I don't take a break after having lunch, and I go straight back to work. And in the afternoon, off the top of my head, I would say that I turn on the laptop and I check my emails. I post on social media, and I am constantly talking to my team, teachers, managers, salespeople, advertising stuff. Also, I am 24/7 talking to my students because I really love talking to them. Despite the fact that I always tell them we are not allowed to speak on the weekend, I always end up talking to them on a Saturday evening or Sunday morning because I really enjoy my job. So I spend the whole afternoon working. Of course, then I take a shower. Sometimes I also take a shower in the morning. I like cold showers sometimes because it wakes me up. However, if it's winter, I have trouble trying to take a cold shower because I feel like I'm going to pick up the flu or catch a cold. Then at 9 p.m., kind of, más o menos, a las 9, kind of, I make dinner. I always eat healthy food because I want to live forever. I chat with friends, I chat with my parents or relatives. Every other day, I give them a call. Every other day, un día sí, un día no, les llamo. I give them a call. You know, sometimes we have to catch up. A few days ago, for example, I had cachopo for dinner, and that was freaking delicious. If you have never tried cachopo, you should try it today. You will love it. Cachopo is a typical food in Asturias. Asturias is a province in the north of Spain. At 11:30, kind of, I usually go to bed because I feel tired. However, I struggle or I have a hard time going to sleep or falling asleep. And I stretch a little bit, estirarse, me estiro un poquito, and I read a book. I always read 10 pages before going to sleep or before falling asleep, in English, of course. And reading at night helps me fall asleep. So I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I learn new things and I fall asleep. So this is my daily routine. Of course, it changes. It depends on the day, it depends on the week, etc. Plus, I forgot to tell you something. Before going to sleep, I always plan the next day. I don't know why, but it improves my productivity. So now it's your turn. I want to know your morning routine. I want to know your night routine. Ahora es tu turno. Quiero conocer tu rutina de mañana, de noche, lo que haces en el día, así que quiero que practiques. Ahora, debajo de los comentarios de este vídeo, ponme unas cuantas frases describiendo tu día, desde que empieza hasta que acaba, para practicar tu rutina. Déjame unas pocas frases escritas, pero lo más interesante es que te lo cuentes a ti mismo de manera hablada. Dale like y coméntame si te ha gustado el vídeo o este tipo de dinámica para seguir haciéndola con otros ejemplos. See you later, alligator. Bye bye.